Hello and welcome to Learning Objective 3.3, Prepare a Trial Balance. This is another step in the accounting cycle. Okay, a trial balance is a list of individual accounts with their balances taken from the ledger. It is not a formal financial statement. It is more like a worksheet or something to just make sure your debits and your credits are balanced. It's also to check if you incorrectly journalized or posted, then the trial balance won't be correct. One thing, it could still balance, but you could have posted to the wrong account. It's just trying to help you out in a check on it. Computational errors, you could have transposition errors or slide errors, posting errors, are all something you need to look. Transposition errors, are numbers reversed. Slide errors, maybe you have the wrong number of zeros, are just posting errors. So it won't necessarily catch these. So here is a trial balance. It does have a nice heading, even though it's not a formal financial statement, but it has a column for debits and credits. Formal financial statements never have debits and credits on it, but you just go in order down your ledger and pick up the ending balance of your accounts. You notice you start with your assets, your liabilities, your capital accounts, your revenues, and your expenses. So you tally up all the ending balances of your debit account and all the ending balances of your credit account. And then, hopefully your debits equal your credits. Okay, what do I do if my trial balance doesn't balance? If the difference is off 10, 100, 1,000, it's probably a mathematical error in addition. If the difference is equal to an individual account balance in the ledger, the amount could have been omitted. It is also possible if the year was not posted from the general journal. Divide the difference by 2, then check whether the debit should have been a credit or vice versa in the ledger or trial balance. So these are just hints to go back and find your difference. Believe me, if you're dealing with a big trial balance, it's a lot of work to go back and find and go check all that information. So that's kind of why we do the post-reference, to help you track and look and make sure everything's in balance. Okay, if the difference is evenly divisible by 9, it's a slide or transposition may have occurred. A transposition is the accidental rearrangement of digits of a number. A slide error resulting from adding or deleting zeros. Compare the balances of the trial balance with the ledger accounts to check for copying errors. Recompute the balances in each ledger account. Trace all postings from the ledger from the journal to the ledger. So it's a lot of work to check if it doesn't balance, so you just want to be careful up front. Use a calculator and make sure everything balances. So if you have to make a correction before posting, you draw a line through the incorrect entry, write the correct information above the line, and write your initials near the change if you had to make a change like here. In most cases, you're using a computerized system, so you just change it, or you have to do a journal entry to reverse this one out and put in a new entry. Okay, if it's a number error, see here, then they made the correction and initialed it. So if it's a manual system and there's more than one person working in the accounting department, it's good to put your initials so you can go back and see who made that change. And again, if this is May and December or February, your auditors are looking at this, you kind of want to know who made the change. Okay, here is a correcting entry, for example. If, they debited it and it should have been credited. In a computer system, you would reverse out the whole original entry and then put it in at the correct amounts, or at least reverse out this one amount and put in the correct amounts. If you have QuickBooks, that program allows you to go back in and change the amount, like in here, but these are just documented ways of correcting an error. Textbook example, not necessarily real world. Okay, so making a correction after you've posted it. So if you posted it to your accounts, you draw a line through the error and write the correct figure above it. Change the running balance to reflect the corrected posted by drawing a line through the balance. The corrected balance is written above it. A correction must first be made to the journal and include an explanation. The correct information must be posted to the appropriate ledger accounts. Okay, so you're debiting telephone expense. This is to correct the error in which advertising expense was debited for charges to telephone expense. Okay, so correcting an entry posted to the wrong account. Here is where you would have your correcting entry. You would note it as a correcting entry where we're backing it out here. And we're correcting it over here in the correct account. So really, the journal entry on the 29th is just reversing out the entry on the 23rd. Okay, and that concludes this chapter. Good luck on the homework assignments.